Welcome to Crime Time News, JA News and Entertainment with a Buzz. This one is called Chicken Mary Hark the Near Remix. A few minutes, a few moments later. The person that you see showing off, stunting on their bike, excitement, did not know that things could turn from bad to worse. Such is the case. I am going to show you a video and some pictures of 3 or 4 individuals that it was said ran into the side of one of those coaster bus with their bike. Most of them were very badly injured. Don't know if anybody lost their life. I am assuming. If they didn't, they are going to end up in some sorts of vegetative state, meaning comatose or even paralyzed, I am assuming. So I want you to see the after. You just saw the before. This is what the after looks like. Take a listen, take a look.
Talk facts, bro.
Me I tell you say how this would come from.
Schoolboy, them not ease up.
No, them not is gonna feel like them gonna be the boss. Them not expect the boss, so brother say them
Well,
ease up.
Why this a go on, you know? You guy them fuck it up. Man, them a travel with good 4 back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the guy them fuck it up. Right now, all the brakes still at. Dog, low, no man, listen. Serious, them, man.
that's something different. It's a beast.
Hold on. Pussy bumbo clad. Hold on. Want some water, come dash for the gas.
See if I can take up them two, you know, because them still are breathing, you know. See if I take up them two, you know,
Yo, lift up the bike.
Hold on.
So people, I showed you the before, the excitement, everybody a laugh, everybody a videotape for the gram. And then I showed you when a vehicle pulled out in front of them or they ran in the side of the vehicle. I am assuming that the vehicle was wrong, but I am also assuming that these persons, had they been obeying the regular average traffic or road code, they might have been okay if they were going at a regular speed, if they were not wheeling, if they were not dilly-dallying, if they were not distracted and focused. There's a reason why it is called accident. That means that it can happen at any time. Somebody can pull out in front of you, or you might just be going way, way too fast to stop based on the fact that that person surprised you. So therefore, if you do the right thing, more than likely the wrong thing is going to do you. So you saw the before, you saw the after the crash, and then you saw the pictures on the screen as I spoke. And you saw the devastation, you saw the damage, you saw the more than likely DEATH, injured, paralysis, brain dead, vegetative state that was caused by this. All because of adrenaline rush, all because of hype, all because of hard ears, all because these youth don't learn. Like them say, a hard ears make for a soft ASS. Who can hear, them are going to feel. And sometimes they don't feel anymore because their body is numb. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is an update about a story that I spoke about on my next channel, True Jamaica Buzz, in which an officer that was working from St. Mary, she left from St. Mary and she went to the regional office of the Firearm License Authority. She chartered a cab, a taxi, and she went there and she picked up her firearm. On her way back to St. Mary in a St. Anne, it is said that she used said tool, select one, cock it back, and make it fly straight into the cranium. Obviously, she was taken out. So the pictures that you see on the screen, that is her right there in the uniform. This is her dressed up. There's a next picture that accompanied this. That picture showed the time or after the fact when she squeezed that trigger and took away her own self. Obviously, because of YouTube's policy, I cannot play that video. Now, when you think about the fact that Jamaica is a dangerous place and police officers are targeted by criminals, most police officers, if they are in good standing, they always want to have their keep and care, or they always want to have their own legal fire piece, personal fire piece, not the government issue. However, when a person's personal tool or a police officer's tool, government issued tool, is in the hands of the firearm license authority, that means that there's some sorts of question, there's some sorts of investigation. 99.99% of the time out of 100, there's some sorts of inquiry going on. Because the reason why it is called keep and care is that you keep it and you take care of your life. The average person with common sense is not going to turn over their gun to the firearm license authority because they know their life might be in jeopardy. However, if you have mental problem or if you have disciplinary problem, then that might be a problem. So people like me say, me no know where I go on, it is just tragic. A lot of times persons have bills, person have financial problem, person have love problem, people are cheat on them can't take the cheating, them heart is so invested in one person. There could be a whole bunch of stuff. It could have been health reason and people I don't have any sorts of evidence to substantiate those claims. I am just telling you the type of reasons that would push persons over the edge. And you have to also remember, even though you or myself might say, the last thing that me gonna do, everybody is built with different threshold, how them can handle pain, how them can handle trauma, how them can handle any sorts of stress. It seems as if in this case, that lady thought that the only way out was the only way out. Sad to say, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that victims that have lost their life allegedly, the police extrajudicial takeaway, some sorts of shootout like the police always claims. Indicom and also Jamaican for Justice are lashing out at the police. There's been a whole bunch of backlash. Because persons say, well then, hold on a minute. If you have these cameras, hundreds of cameras, why is it that all of these special operations, these missions that you go on, nobody has any sorts of camera? There is no sorts of camera footage, just video from people that are victims. The police is not defending themselves. The police is not making sure that, yes, them can say, this is exactly what happened. This is proof on the camera. Indicom, Jamaican for Justice, the average Joe and Jane in Jamaica, I wonder if there's a death squad in Jamaica that is run by the JCF, the Ministry of Justice, the Ministry of Security. So Dr. Horace Chang comes out and he is defending the move by the police. He is saying, listen, we are not in this business of losing our lives. We're going to defend our lives at all costs. If you take on the police, it is either you're going to end up in the big yard and preferably in the graveyard. So therefore, know what you're doing because the police are trained. Whenever there's any sorts of pie out, chances are the gunmen are always going to get the itchy end of the stick. The police is doing everything in their means to make sure that they defuse or they take out any sorts of enemies, meaning enemies of the state, criminal elements. And they just got some new vans, some new bikes, so therefore it is on and popping right now. So therefore he is warning these criminal elements that, listen, there is no sorts of DEATH squad. However, if you flip up, you are going to get flapped and sent to the life that is no longer meaning the afterlife. So people, take a listen, take a look to exactly what he has to say in an interview that he did. The only thing that he did not address is the camera. He said that the camera are useless. People, again, controversy. However, it seems as if at least he is consistent. He is standing his ground. So people, take a listen, take a look, and then let me know what you think in the comment section.
Commissioners have initiated a thing called focus deterrence. It's not a hit squad we have here. That used to be that thing of the past, they can write the history. That structure that identifies individuals who are involved in criminal activity and build the files around. Police know them. And when the case is built, they go for them. And when they hear they're coming, I advise them, please come in. And that the police will still bring them in, maybe in another form. Other man who did them bad, they're not better than the police. That's right. We find them. Cameras are like, one of the key on the keyboard. If there's nothing to support them, they have very little value to the system. Public security is a priority for the government. And it is a national security issue, which we're looking at how we can ensure we provide the country with a law enforcement unit, that agency that has the capacity to get the job done. While we don't have all the cameras loaded, we have quite a few. Some of them we use them on for research, but we can identify them. Wherever they go, we'll find them and we'll bring them in, one way or the other. Whether we bring them in, they pick up that come behind us in the car. I don't want to come on a stretcher in their business. I don't have a problem with that.
So the next thing that is popping in the news, like I told you, the JCF is getting a backlash because of the extrajudicial takeaway. 2025 versus 2024, at least 24% people, that is a quarter more than the previous year, 2024. So I wanted to take a listen, take a look to exactly what the Commissioner of Police, Dr. Blake, has to say as it pertains to that, as it pertains to Indicom, as it pertains to Jamaican for Justice. And then let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.